See the one that, oh, he's the one that wanted it.
Yeah. Well, I thought you would, and he said, no, and I said, well, I already bid on it. And he said, well, I'll pay for it, but he said, I need something to put my face on it.
Well, perfect then. I started this video already. The live stream. And adjust the camera. That should work if it doesn't fall over. It looks like it. Thank you for stepping up to volunteer, or for accepting my volunteer. You're volunteering? If I can get that housing study book, which is one of those. Oh, yeah, those can be there, you didn't, yeah. I think I'm thinking that if you wanted to do it, just let me do it as a concept, who's thinking if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, yeah. And you know, that's, I think that in that meeting, my house had ended up for me, but, I was moving somebody or something in the upper left corner on the iPad, you know, that's where that's the meeting is. Yeah. But I didn't double hit it, you know, I can't imagine that I double tapped it, mixed in the meeting, just so you know, on the YouTube mics and stuff. Yeah, there's two. We're gonna change it. Yeah, did you record it, right? I didn't record it. No, I didn't think so. I did. Looks like this one was recorded. First two months. So they want to start 17, there's no one says 633 and one says 546, the last one. These others just have the information. Yeah. I guess some of these always mentioned. All you do is you think that this. That was confirmed with the temple. I'm just, license, how that will happen. The license, certainly January, February. Right. And, the whole city was what, they're gonna take care of all that. Obviously, when it's the residents to the location, like we do when we have. Well, they'll pay them to get reimbursed. Did we get reimbursed? Have we submitted anything to get reimbursed? That's the way it always is.
Good evening, all.
Hi, Kevin.
Get that mask on, man.
I'm here in my private residence. Yeah, I'm in the garage. I'm in the doghouse, is what we named it. So. Is that a DeWalt mask you have, Mayor?
That is a DeWalt.
Nice. Sporting the brand. Is that company provided PPE?
Yeah, we have the pullovers, whatever you call those.
Oh, gators or whatever they're called.
They don't fit around my fat head though. It's a walk, isn't it? Yeah. That's probably me.
Good evening, Patrick.
Kevin, how are you?
I'm great. You've asked if I got my building done, and the answer is yes.
Yeah, I want to come upstairs.
That's upstairs.
Very cool. So what's up there? Just starting out, just empty?
I've got a sectional sofa, we've got a TV, a couple of chairs, some Sonos speakers for some music, and yeah,
Yeah.
good hangout space.
Yeah.
And down here is my new home office. So I got a little variable height desk and a legitimate chair.
So did you put one of those, split units in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
mini split.
Yeah.
They are amazing.
Yeah, we've got one, and real cool.
What do you use it in?
These are upstairs, it gets so hot in the summer, so it takes care of that a little bit.
Yeah, this will go from like this morning, I think, I had it off all night. It was like in the 50s, like 55 degrees, and it had it up to about 68 degrees in probably 20 minutes. Hey, Danny.
Hi, hello, Mayor. Hello there.
It wasn't long when you guys couldn't think of it. We did the recording for the virtual event. It didn't work. There's some fun stuff there, I think, yeah, I was, you said that good, that's what we're doing. It was funny, Mike, at the end of that first, I started counting down when we got, so I told you, we got 5 minutes left to take it. Oh. The meeting, yeah. All right. So you knew that the meeting was gonna come?
Yeah, it had a bar up there.
I never seen one like that.
And then quick,
I remember council meetings back in the day, we could have had kind of.
it's funny, Trey, talking with, okay, I'm starting to talk to me, but. Whoops. But what we did, got us started that we didn't really want you to talk very long. So. All right, I have 7:00. It's 7:00. Welcome to the December 3rd DeSoto City Council meeting. We'll start with roll call, please.
Daniel?
Yes.
Lane?
Here?
Michael?
Here.
Murdoch?
Here.
Ritter?
Here.
Thank you, council. Everyone's present, man.
I would invite you all to rise and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, and God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I think it might help with just a little amplification to help with that.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, so our YouTube live stream is on the tablet over there. Again, we couldn't get them in here to fix them, so it's sitting in that corner. And we haven't done any of the integration, but that's going to happen next year.
Okay. First item tonight is our consent agenda. We have the minutes, approval of the minutes from our council meeting of November 19th and approval of pay ordinance number 891, the exception of the securities items.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion of the motion? If not, roll call, please.
Michael?
Yes.
Daniel?
Yes.
Lane?
Yes.
Ritter?
Yes.
Murdoch?
Yes.
Thank you, council. Motion carried.
Mike, is anyone on the meeting that might want to be called to public?
No, there's nobody but us on the meeting.
We have a simple call to public tonight. Old business, we do not have any, so we'll go to item 4A. Consider engineering services agreement with the tenant. With Miller Park Drainage Project.
Yes, council, in 2020 CIP, we have $30,000 for the engineering services for this project. Primarily, we want to fix the long-standing drainage problems that we've had in Miller Park that really caused problems when we were playing soccer and we had the DeSoto Days Carnival Festival at that location. Those two activities likely won't be occurring in the park for the foreseeable future anyway. And so the need, I guess, is a little bit of a reduced urgency to the project. Regardless, it needs to be done. I just, on your screen here, I've got a map of the Miller Park. And the green shaded areas where we routinely have standing water. We have a period of wet weather, and specifically after a heavy rain, we have Lake Miller Park that occurs there, where we play soccer, and there's some other pockets around the park that routinely hold water. We just need to solve this problem, and we don't need it to be bone dry during a very intense rainfall event, but we do need it to dry out, essentially the water drain, within a number of hours after the intense rainfall event, rather than now where they essentially evaporate on dry or evaporate in a couple of weeks. So the intent of the project still remains to address these areas. The money to actually do the improvements is next year, so the money to design it this year. We should have a request for qualification statement to implement them. The plan essentially is to assess the existing storm sewer system and repair the existing system. On this map that's shown in yellow, there are drain pipes that connect the area inlets that are in this large area where we used to play soccer, this kind of east of the Duval area, south of the tennis court. Those connect to other area in the spider tennis court, and they head east of the, off of the park property, onto the engineer property, and then turn due north and go under the tracks and go outside the river. We know that this system is no longer connected, that there's a disconnect or a complete collapse somewhere, north of this structure that this is 105. So the first phase of this project is to clean the system, to televise it, to do some exploratory excavation if necessary, to see what's going to be needed to fix that. The other services that are needed within phase one is a complete foothold survey to find these low spots and to design the pipes that will need to extend up to those areas. So that's phase one. And then phase two, that's what we hope to do within the context of the engineering services. When we go to build next year, we'll be repairing this pipe and extending these culverts with the storm sewer system over these areas. So we sent out the request for qualifications on that basis. We got 10 responses back, and Rob helped us out in the selection committee to evaluate those proposals on a qualification basis. And the committee decided to select Affinis Engineering. Affinis is the same firm that's designing our roundabout currently. And so after we selected them, I negotiated a proposed 7T with them that we have for your consideration tonight. It is broken into two phases. And the first phase is $22,240 total. That phase is to essentially, they'll do the survey work, they'll do the drainage calculation work to identify the low areas, and they'll also include cleaning and internal camera of the existing system that goes through the park and takes off-site. So some of the repair work essentially with the cammering and cleaning of the existing system is taken care of in this scope of work. Once we have that scope of work done and identified, then we'll be able to identify how much pipe, where these pipes need to go, and how big they need to size those pipes and do the further analysis needed to come up with a design to implement the overall project next year. A big part of that's going to be figuring out what needs to happen over here and into the air pocket. To fix this situation. That's a big unknown.
Is that in a public use and thing?
That's part of the scope is to do an ONE search on this property to see. We do know this line roughly parallels the sanitary sewer, and those are used for a sanitary sewer, and I don't know if that line's in there using or not. It could be, it's old enough, it might not be. So that's part of this work is the pilot. So I'll stop there. The recommended motion is to approve the contract with Affinis for $22,340. The contract language is more of a place that we've come up with using the last several projects, including the roundabout project. And the certain is included.
Questions for Ron? Lori?
Yeah, so we're using a big chunk of the 30,000 that we expected this to be. What kind of phase two price are you thinking we're gonna be at?
So there's 30,000 for design this year, there's 50,000 for.
Right, but I mean, this phase one of design is 22,000. You have phase two, that will be this year yet, right?
No, so, I guess, so phase, there's two phases. So in the CIP, we got 30,000 this year for design, 50,000 next year. So 80,000 total. This part will be designing, 22,240 will be designing some of it and fixing some of it. And then next year will be, designing some and fixing some as well. This 22,000 will do some of the work that we expected was going to take place
Okay. So the phase two isn't gonna
I
happen.
guess, so your question is the overall budget gonna expand
Right.
beyond the
Right, the 80,
80,000?
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
I can't promise you that at all. I mean,
Just like phase one is the investigation, sounds like phase two is the design. But in the CIP, the 30,000 is listed for the whole design side of it.
Yeah, right.
And then next year is the actual build part of it. So I kind of have the same question as Lori, and I think, because she's asking, it sounds like this is 240 for the investigation part of it, but yet there's still a design side of it before we get to the build side of it. So it sounds like 30,000 is allocated here, is being broken up into kind of phase one, phase two, with the build of 50,000 next year. If that's the case, then 240 for the investigation, what is phase two design before we get to the build, it will be next year.
Right, yeah, sorry about the confusion on the page.
Is that kind of where you're going, Lori?
no, definitely. So I mean, and understanding if we're taking, say, approximately 4,000 out of that, you're looking at 18,000 is design and this 4,000 you're saying is going to actually repair work from ready services.
Yeah.
So we have 12,000 more. Is it gonna be higher than that for the design
Well,
part of
not for
phase
the
two?
design, not for the design. I think the unknown really is, we just don't know what we're gonna do under the engineer, their property. So my comfort level in telling you, we got an overall $80,000 budget, extended county four now. We know there's more design work to do. You know, unless the repair work over here on the property is such that it really is a big effort. The construction part of solving these, little low-lying areas, it's relatively small diameter, going through the pipe, it's some plastic pipe.
It's more like a rock or it's drainage. It's in the small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're more like drain tile than you would think. So I'm pretty comfortable where we stand as long as the stuff over here on engineered air is dig up and replace the section and not.
If we have to put it in pipe under the railroad, that's true.
If we have to put it in pipe on the railroad, we can.
Well, yeah, and I get that. I was more looking at the design side of things.
Okay.
You know, if we're gonna be, we've got phase one and phase two, which we have $30,000 planned for, and we're already at 22,
Yeah.
which really we're only on 18 something, some of that's actually work. And,
Yeah.
is there gonna be another 18 or 20 for the final design part, that if you're confident that that's gonna be under, that was all my question.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's on an estimate with the services for phase one, phase two, which seems to be under the 30,000 of the minute, not necessarily the 50 of the.
Yeah, I mean, we broke it out in the CIP, thinking 30 and 50, but I think, the design might go over 30, it could, but I'm pretty comfortable where it's at. I mean, really, the design, like you said, it's really around 18 now.
right, because some of this is going to service.
Yeah.
So,
It's over.
yeah, so that is my second question, then would be, if they get in there, they've got the ready inspection and pipe cleaning by Ready Services, right? So they're doing the designing, but then these guys are coming in to do the work. If that goes over more, is that the set? I mean, this is the max we're gonna pay, or could that go higher?
That's a 7.
It's a set amount, so if they're in there and have a lot more work to do to get their part done, that's not on us.
I think the only thing is, like, again, with this collapsed section, we can't expect them to go and fix that. It's in this, but yeah, that's included.
It's just, where I'm getting at is we start with the project with very rough estimates of what it's gonna cost, and we end up being twice as much as what it is, and that's all I just want to get into next year and everything is.
Well, sure.
Because if we're real, when you look at it and you're like, go to phase one or 2 phases in designing, and all we're doing is, it's the design of the project, we're doing the design of the inspection of the project, kind of, with this first phase, it seems like, I just didn't want it to get into this huge project that is gonna cost double what we expected.
Yeah, well, I think with the approach we're taking, if it turns into that, we'll know, before we really even get to the design of the next phase, we'll know the pipe is completely flat and then you move pipe under the railroad and it's a problem. We try to minimize the cases where we'll, have a very rough process and then we try not to have stuff coming in as a bubble or half. But, some of that, just a function of learning more information along the way. And the scope, we can adjust the scope if that, the permit, honestly, a lot of times it's just, project and kind of just the scope of this thing. So, again, I just, you're comfortable with the phase that we're undertaking now, in terms of the overall dollars.
Rob, any questions? Kevin Honemichael, any questions?
No, sir.
Kevin Ritter?
No, sir, I'm good, Mayor.
Danny?
You got it, Mayor, thank you.
All right. I'm good.
I'll make a
I'll make
motion.
a motion to authorize the mayor to sign the engineering service contract for Miller Park drainage improvements for the fence in the amount of $22,240.
I'll make a motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion of the motion? Not roll call.
Ritter,
Yes.
Lane,
Yes.
Daniel,
Yes.
Murdoch,
Yes.
Carmichael,
Yes.
and Council, motion carried.
Item D, consider bids for aquatic center repairs.
Yes, Council. This is Jay's project, but, I might try to, present it to you tonight without
What a nice block.
participation. We have been monitoring some cracks in near the vortex area and near the family side in the pool for a couple of years. It's became obvious last year that they're growing in magnitude and beyond what the water can go past. And so, we brought in, the engineering firm who designed the pool to begin with, and we did some investigations and concluded that we do need to make some structural foundation repairs. Specifically, the biggest one to the vortex area, all the way around, essentially at the vortex area, the footing is settling, which is causing crack in the side of the wall. Similar situation is happening near the top slide with the northern wall of the field. And then there's some falling on the gutter, near the 0 inches area. I'll just show you in the pictures here. Tell the story a little better. You can see the cracks that are forming here in the wall near the vortex area. Here's the falling near the 0 entry in the gutter section. Also, this factor here, I think, the top side. So we concluded that we were going to need to do these structural repairs of the foundation repairs. And so we sent this out to bid earlier in the year in August, and we only got one bid back at that time. We decided not to move forward with those bids at that time. We rebid it more recently and got several more bids, more favorable outcome of the bidding process than we had before. These contractors, it's relatively specialized repair, so I think those specialists were kind of busy during the summer and bidding it a little bit later helped us out. The low bidder is from Peppercorn and Drury Construction with a total cost of $64,000. The funding for this will come from the $32,500 allocation in the Parks and Maintenance Fund, plus an additional $31,500 from the pool budget in the general fund. And because we only had a partial season this year, the approximate budget general fund has some funds left in it to accommodate for the personnel savings. Specifically, I did include the plan set for the drones. If you're interested in that, but the foundation repair doesn't involve drilling piers on bedrock 5 locations around the vortex and another 2 locations, the family fly area. So you can see why it does, the costs go up pretty substantially. It's not a cheap fix. But we concluded, with the structural engineers, that this is the only way to keep this track and profitability on the project. Stop there. Recommend that you do the road project at the time where amount 54,000. Questions?
Seeing none,
I'll make a motion, we award the aquatic center concrete repair project, Pepper Corn and Prairie construction amount $64,000.
all right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion of the motion? Roll call, please.
Lane,
Yes.
Ritter,
Yes.
Carmichael,
Yes.
Daniel,
Yes.
Murdoch,
Yes.
and Franklin, motion carried.
Okay. Item C, discuss 2020 budget amendment.
Yes, council, this is on your agenda just as a discussion item tonight. We have advertised for public hearing for the budget amendment at the next council meeting on December 17th. This is the first budget amendment I think the we've had through at least 10 years. I can't recall. I know there was one back in the early 2000s. Doesn't happen too often. I think we talked before about the refuse funds that we're going to use them. Primarily just as a result of some more dumpster accounts on the commercial side, and the addition of some residential customer accounts, causing our revenues to exceed the budget, and also in the refuse is just a pass-through, we just collect the money. There's a bit of an administration fee, a couple of percent, within the contract with Hunter. So it's really just a pass-through. So it's a function of just more accounts, we don't have more expenditures. We can exceed the revenues without a budget amendment, but we're held to the expenditures on the expenditure side. So we've known for a while with the revenue fund, we're going to use a budget amendment. We also realized as soon as the CARES Act stuff came down, it became evident that we might need one for the general fund. And in fact, it's a later edition of the broadband CARES Act, like 225, really put us over our total spending authority in the general fund. So we need, for those reasons, now obviously those expenses are offset 1-to-1 with CARES Act funding in the county. In addition to those, we also have made deliberate decisions to spend a good portion of the contingency fund. We budget in the last several years, it's been $750,000 just as a contingency line item without really any identified expenditures there. This year, we've made conscious decisions to spend out of that fund. The Riverfest bathrooms was the biggest one, $230,000. That's supposed to happen last year, but the project didn't get done for this year, so that's a big chunk. RG Fiber, the final payment for them, again, was supposed to happen year before, it's happening this year. And you can see I've worked with several other of these deliberate decisions. So as a result, we're spending almost $460,000 of that $750,000 in the contingency fund. When you add that to the CARES Act stuff, just over $1 million in general fund expenses that really weren't anticipated when we generated the budget. Because of the offsetting revenues associated with CARES Act, and because of, frankly, better than expected sales tax collection, remember in the spring, we takes care of that sales tax collection. It looks like our sales tax collection, well, year to date, they're up 2.3% over last year. They're up almost like 10% over last year's budget. So as a result of that, when you look at our year-ending fund balance, when we get the budget in August of 19, we expected to end 2020 with $1.77 million in the general fund. When I updated my projection in August, that number had risen to 1.98. I'm currently expecting to end the year with over $2 million. So year-ending fund balance in the general fund that we really look at, and still just very solid. We're on very solid as a result of those revenues. The refuse fund, there isn't a whole lot to discuss and really talk about with that. They're expecting to exceed the budget authority by about 3%. They're expected to exceed the revenue by 7%, but still we need that. The only one I don't think we've talked about before is the water fund. Again, the water fund is still a little bit like the refuse fund. We've had higher than anticipated revenues and just higher than anticipated water users. We can speculate quite a bit about why that was. I think the pandemic had something to do with it. It looked like our residential customers were staying home more and just using more water. While at the same time, our industrial and commercial stuff didn't really slow down a lot. Most stuff was using as well, so we might be figuring those. So the usage was generally higher, so water fund operators had to be along with the pump had to run along with the. So there's just a general inflation of ins and outs in that fund overall. But that would have been fine, but the project, our line renewal project, the water fund, we expected that, again, we expected that to happen last year, it got delayed until this year. So that was about another $39,000 expenditure on that fund that wasn't budgeted. Unlike the general fund, the water fund doesn't have this contingency line item. Maybe we should start thinking about doing that, and the general fund, the water fund, and the sewer fund, throwing that in there. Probably a discussion for a couple months. But, so as a result, current projections are that we're still not going to quite exceed the spending authority in that fund, but we're going to be pretty close. Looks like about $8,000. And I think if we're going to go ahead and do a budget amendment anyway, I'd like to include the water fund in that as well. Still, like as with the general fund, when we did the budget in 2019, we were thinking we'd end this year with $1.13 million. When we did our revised projections this summer, that had increased to 1.27, and currently expected to exceed currently expected the year-end balance at around 1.42. So that's the result of just the increased revenues. So that's what we'll be talking about discussing or acting on at December 17th. And I wanted to just have a little discussion now because that's our last meeting for the year. I want, if there's any concerns, thoughts, or different direction we want to go with that, we'd like to hear that tonight. I want to say that the notice that we put in the paper is specific about which funds and how much we're increasing them. And so for that reason, I did include in the packet, the last several pages of the packet, shows the amended budget amount. So it shows, here for the general fund, rescue fund, water fund, it shows the total adopted budget and the amended budget. So you can see how much we're adding there, 5.2 compared to 5.4, general fund. Refuse, we're adding 45,000, and the water, we're adding 1.98 to 1.58. That'll be the public hearing matter. So I'll answer any questions you may have.
Any questions for Mike?
Yeah, Mike, I've got a question. I didn't understand that the broadband extension money would actually flow through our budget. I thought it was just going to be a administrative activity on our part, and that money would be paid directly from the county to the provider.
Yeah, that was my understanding initially as well. When the subrecipient agreement was entered into, they wanted us to administer the funding as well.
So the city actually will receive the funding, and the city will actually cut a check.
Yeah, we've already paid Zoom $198,000, and we've already received $198,000 from the county. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so it's a direct one-for-one in and out, but I guess that transpired with the mechanics of that transpired with the subrecipient agreement process then?
Yeah.
Well, that was I mean, it's fine because it's a one-for-one, you know, it's just an in and out. So I guess it's not, you know, a problem by any means. It's just not, I guess, what we thought, but it's not a problem, right?
That's correct. And it's also not a problem because it's very quick. The county was very quick at getting that. It was within a week we got the reimbursement. So
Have you already paid it out then?
we've paid out Zoom Fiber $198,000 because they got their work done
Yeah.
and we've already been reimbursed.
They haven't paid it out.
Yep.
Awesome.
But, RG, we're still waiting for them to do the work.
Anybody,
That was all I had.
anyone else? Okay, so this is information.
Information only, no action needed tonight.
Executive sessions, we have none. I believe. All right, so advisory report, city administrator.
Yeah, two things this evening. I want to let you know that the public information meeting, have a neighborhood meeting for the 83rd Sidewalk Project will be virtual. I think Brad came to the last meeting or the one before that. Talk about the alignment, whether it's in the north of 82nd or south, and how that all works together. We're going to be holding a virtual neighborhood meeting on December 10th at 6 p.m. Notifications will be going out to the property owners along that stretch, and we'll probably also put on our website, Facebook, stuff like that. We'll be here in the room. I'll be here, Brad will be here, and our engineering consultant will be here in the room to kind of host it virtually, and we'll kind of get the word out about people attending the go-to meeting. So we talked about the alignment, the pros and cons both ways. One's a little cheaper, one's a little more expensive, one's easier to build. But we wanted to get feedback from the property owners for the that's what that public information right at. Okay. The other thing, and this is an ongoing issue, and I'll give you the quickest Cliff Note version. I've been sending email updates on this issue already. We continue to have multiple discussions with the county appraiser's office, the administration office, and the about the cause of the mill levy increase, and essentially the cause of the valuation decrease between August and now. It's very apparent to us that this is caused by the application of an exemption related to IRB that we approved last year. The county's application of that exemption on a particular project. So we still don't have resolution on that. The county they're still doing their investigation to convince themselves what we're already convinced of. So hopefully that happens and we can move forward with the solution very soon. But
They find that where
they've made no commitment.
they won't necessarily go back into the error.
They've made no commitment. So far it's been, let's help us understand the problem. We want to make sure that it actually was a mistake. So far they've been very non-committal about what will the solution be. My hope is that happens soon, and the solution is revised tax bill. That's my hope. We're not there yet. It's something for me. We pride ourselves on being thorough and accurate and complete and transparent with that budget. From day one, from February all the way to August. And I know the mayor prides himself on being able to hold the line in the middle. We tout that. The fire district did the same thing. They made a big deal, like they should have, that there was well in the mill levy about it. They can be proud of that too, and it turns out when people get their bills, okay. That's a bigger deal to me than loss of resident tax rates. That's important. And, you know, make those feelings known. I just want you to know that, you know, we need to stay on this and have some sort of a quick resolution. And I'm not saying that anybody in the county is trying to get around it, but that's, we hopefully we can resolve it.
Okay.
So that was it for me, all right?
Yeah, just wanted to update the council on the Gardner, lawsuit. There was no response to the lawsuit that I filed on behalf of the city, so, I immediately applied to the court for a default judgment. Offered a proposed judgment, for the judge. With COVID, the district court, when they have a situation where someone doesn't respond, they go ahead and give opportunity for the defendant to make an appearance, almost as if it's self-report, although it's all virtual. So, the earliest the court could put that on is December 15th. So, that they sent out the notice, and it'll just a question whether or not. So the two defendants will respond at all, and if they don't, that's the judge will make the judgment. Which would track with the lawsuit that I was previously provided, where it would indicate that that property cannot be used as a residence. Anybody using it as a residence cannot, can be removed from the property. So it will be speculated to it. That's it?
Nothing for me, Mayor.
Council comments. Lori?
I don't have anything there.
Only thing I would say is that there's small businesses having applied to the Johnson County, grant for applications still available through the 11th, and they're still available. And I know for a fact that today, some of the early businesses that applied have gotten notice that the grant can approve. And the initial check is going out next week.
Thanks, Rob. Kevin Michael, anything for the group tonight?
Yeah, I think I'd just like to report on the Economic Development Council Advisory Committee. For those who haven't been keeping track, the Advisory Committee has taken on 5 new members, and at our last meeting, those members participated. Those are Paul Hansen from Engineered Air, Andy Heitman from Turner Construction, Shannon Kellner with Merck, John Peterson with Polsinelli Law Firm, and Steve Rimple with Hike Properties. And I just want to let the council know that, man, there's a lot of energy, a lot of new, really good ideas with the new advisory committee. And that's really a good thing when we think about application of our new incentive policy, connections to opportunities that are out there, and thoughts and creativity that may come to bear when it comes to pursuits that can come our way and how we can approach them. But Lori and Rick, you can probably jump in as well, but I am really super excited about the makeup of the new EDC advisory committee. The level of talent and the level of energy that is on it now is really, really good for us. That's all I got.
Danny?
Nothing tonight, Mayor, thank you.
Kevin Ritter?
I would just like to thank, Mike for getting that sign up for that gentleman, so we don't have to bring that up anymore, so I appreciate that. He was very happy with it. And, that is all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Just a quick note from me, we will be releasing our virtual tree lighting, I think we're gonna go live with it on Saturday, so I think the timing of it will correspond, I believe, with the normal time we would do it. We'll be putting the editing, that, putting that together, it's gonna be fun, so there's, there's a couple of surprises there, I think. And I think that's all I got.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All.
Everybody have a great night.
See y'all.